Poopy butthole. Sorry. I wanted my first words of 2023 to be something unique, fun, and memorable. Poopy butthole. January 1st, 2023. Dewmonic Abyss. Don't fucking forget it. I figured I'd use this opportunity to have a little heart-to-heart with the audience, you know, show some personality on this channel, because I feel like that's something that has been lost on YouTube in recent times. I'm someone that really enjoys commentary as a genre, for example, and I feel like a lot of that stuff, it's so, like, it doesn't feel genuine nowadays. Everyone's just reading off the news. If you're subbed to a lot of commentary channels, you see the same story being recycled over and over again. And yeah, obviously there are some topical things that need to be covered, like Elon Musk or Andrew Tate. But when you see the same thing over and over again, you really feel like you're wasting your time. You don't feel like you're watching a legitimate person anymore. It just feels like a routine. And I think it's also a routine for these people that cover these daily topics, you know? They don't really feel like they're being creatively inspired in their videos. It's just them feeding into the grind, which is all fine and good. Fine and dandy. I'm not knocking on that lifestyle. In fact, I mean, I consume that content myself. It's like McDonald's, right? You can knock McDonald's all you want, but you're still gonna eat there. You know, you're still gonna grab your fries and your McChicken. Especially the Shamrock steaks around March. Or the McRibs when they're in season. But you can still be like, you can still take a moment to pause and be like, why am I eating this shit? I'm gonna make something myself and I'm gonna make it better. And that's really what I want to do this year. I want to make YouTube fun again. I feel like I really had something great going when I was doing live streams last year. Like, my radio personality was being given ample opportunity to shine. I was covering the Kane Carter drama, Boogie 2988 allegedly having cancer, going over the Dice bathroom graffiti, which, funny enough, I've actually had some anti-Dice people reaching out to me and begging me to take that stuff down. But it's like, nah, I don't take content down. I'm not here to be the sheriff of YouTube. I'm here to have a fun time, and I'm here to entertain. And when I see a bunch of edgy teenagers in a roleplay cult Discord server graffitiing their school bathroom walls, you're darn right I'm gonna poke fun at it, because that's what I do. And anyone who has a problem with that, you can kiss my ass. The other stream I did, and honestly, Danny was a really good sport for allowing us to do this, even playing into the joke a bit. Redstick813 and I did a stream called Let's Help Danny Get a Girlfriend. And the reason why I did that stream was because in our Discord server, which I have linked down below in the description, you should give it a join if you're looking for a fun community to be a part of. Very laid back. Danny was venting about his life's frustrations, how lonely and desperate he is for female companionship. And someone told him, hey, why don't you go vent in someone's DMs? Well, this motherfucker goes straight to me, of all people, and I'm like, alright, listen, Danny. If you're gonna dump all this shit on me out of nowhere, I'm gonna make content out of it. And that's exactly what I did. And we got some banger jokes like this.
It's a three-step process. 1, go to the gym. 2, take lots of pictures of your dick and your body. 3, don't show them to anybody, because you will look fucking stupid in 90% of them. However,
and you'll probably have a warrant out for your arrest.
Yes, also that.
Okay.
But once you see what you look like naked, then you don't have a choice but to accept it.
There are physical things you can maintain, though. Like, you can exercise, you can take care of your own hygiene and shit. Make sure your facial hair is all trimmed and neat.
Dewmonic, I got a question for you.
What's your question, Mr. Peacemaker?
Would exercising also include getting a male vibrator and screwing off?
Dog, what are you exercising with that?
I'd really like to do more live performances like that. The only thing holding me back at the moment is that I just do not have, like, consistent internet. Spoiler alert, I'm in massive debt to Xfinity. But eventually I hope to get that sorted. And the newer content I've been uploading, you know, I feel like it's got its charm to it. I've realized how fruitful being a shorts creator is. Obviously you can't get any ad revenue off of that, but holy shit does that rake in the views. And the fun thing about it, I can essentially just say whatever the fuck I want, under the span of a minute. The Rockefeller Mafia's most notorious cuckold has had his girl stolen yet again. As long as you have a funny punchline, you can upload a YouTube short. Barely takes any time out of your day. And that's 1,000 free views right there, depending on how well you execute it. So the shorts, I'm definitely keeping those coming. I haven't gotten any complaints about them. Don't use that as an opportunity to start complaining, because I'm still gonna do it. That's the beauty of the Dewmonic Abyss channel, actually. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm a personality channel. I'm not limited to commentary, or gaming, or anything of that nature. I just do whatever I feel like, whatever's on my mind. And I'll collab with whoever I feel like, you know? It's just like the day-to-day of Dewmonic Abyss, whatever the fuck I find interesting that day. Sometimes I'll do day-to-day vlogs, other times I'll do Omegle. I haven't done Omegle in a long time, but my trolling days were pretty fun.
So I got a question.
What's your question, mate?
Want to take my V card?
Is that for like V-Bucks on Fortnite?
Nah, okay, I'm sorry, sir.
Commentary, I'm really into that. Maybe I might be a psychopath deep down that gets off on fighting with lolcows on the internet.
Dewmonic Abyss, you're a toxic fucking troll. That's all you are. You mean, little egotistical little prick.
But like I said, I want to make this platform fun again. Or in the very least, I want my community to have a fun time. That's what we're gonna do. If any of y'all ever have ideas for fun shit to cover, or things we can do as a community, I am all ears. And my fedora, look at that sexy red, fell right off my head. I guess it might also be good to do some 2022 reflections. Now, I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels like this, but ever since 2020, everything has felt insane, has felt apocalyptic, and now things are just slowly starting to get back to normal. I feel like 2023 is going to be a big year. 2022, I had a lot of amazing memories, especially the time I've spent with my girlfriend Maddie, Sayori's Plus Vlog. We've had a lot of good moments in 2022. We've had a lot of banger collabs. These are the types of videos that whenever I have free time and I'm looking at my channel, I'll just replay them and laugh at these jokes. I'm here to be your teacher. So you will happy, Kay? I give you hugs.
Get off, you perv!
I'm a fan of my own creations, honestly. I appreciate the memories that can be in some of these, like, especially the collabs, because they're just so much fucking fun. The podcast I've done, I really want to do more podcasts, use this channel as an opportunity to interview more people, share content and creators I find interesting, really establish a sense of community. I feel like, as far as the animatronic community especially, I'm kind of like the center in a way. If you ever want to know what's going on, what the big fucking story is, or you want to get introduced to like what's poppin', I mean, I'm usually the place to go. The Dewmonic Abyss Discord server is one of the most active servers in the animatronic community by fucking far, and I'm very proud of that. I also realize that I haven't been covering a whole lot of videos within the span of last year. Honestly, I think that's because I've been having this inner turmoil, this inner conflict, and I've really been having it since the end of 2021, especially after Camo Dave passed. I was going through a lot of like deep inner introspection, where I was wondering if I even wanted to be a commentary channel, if I even wanted to do this type of drama content. What really hit close to home for me, Camo Dave ranting about how toxic the bottom of YouTube had become, how exhausted he was being the main like news center of that community, where trolling and doxing became the norm. It was like you were the pillar in an ever increasing swarm of chaos.
There's no way to even post videos without all these people getting upset and trying to file strikes and all this other stuff, etc. And everybody was fighting with each other, and everybody was angry with each other, and everybody was attacking each other, and everybody was doxing each other. And I almost just gave up in 2017 and said, I'm done. I can't, I even did a video. I'm done with YouTube. And then I realized I could pursue my channel by doing other things, covering the nomads, and something that I could, was a little more I wasn't just constantly being in the middle of this giant fight with all these trolls. And I do see now Dewmonic Abyss up there doing that now. I gotta hand it to him. I don't think Dewmonic is in it for the money. He's just doing a channel because he loves watching YouTube, and he's fascinated by all these strange people on YouTube. And, it is fascinating to study the whole troll community and all that. It truly is. It really, really is. But, it's interesting to see him kind of taking my old position, which was kind of in the middle of the battle. I'll give some advice to Dewmonic. There's just no way out of this. Yes, you will get some views. You'll make a kind of a notorious reputation for yourself if that's what you want. You can be the bullfighter of the trolls. You're the bullfighter and the trolls are the bulls, and they're all going to come after you and you go after them. And they're going to try to file strikes on you. Dewmonic has already dealt with all this. He's already had people, threatening to reveal who he is and his real name and all this other stuff and whatever. Ooh, that was a loud truck. Anyway, so he's already dealt with it. I think he can handle it. He's already had a lot of run-ins with the trolls and all that, and I do wish my best to him.
And I was very exhausted by what the Rockafire Mafia especially put me through. Earlier last year, in fact, Travis and Pico were flat out trying to dox where I lived. They went on this big tour of my life. They went to old jobs I've worked at. I used to work in radio before the pandemic hit, and I got laid off because businesses could no longer afford to advertise with us. And, I was one of the newer employees, so I guess I was considered expendable. Just how it works, They also went to my old high school, which is a very bizarre thing out of context, like this grown 40-year-old man with his girlfriend that could be his daughter, just visiting this random high school they don't even have, children enrolled at. I don't know. If I worked at the school and I saw that, I'd be calling the police. I'd think they were fucking creeps. And realistically, they are creeps. They were stalking me. Legitimately stalking me. I don't mind them coming to my town if they wanted to meet me in person. And we could have done a funny little, we could have had a funny encounter. I could have dissed the Flatty Patty in person, Or they could have made fun of my eye patch or whatever the fuck. I would have been all for that. I'm all for, entertaining content. But when you do stalkerous shit like that, you're trying to look for apartment buildings, you're looking at jobs, going to a high school you have no connection with. It's fucking weird. I remember I even had to call off work that night because I was I did not want them following me and finding out exactly where I worked and disrupting the business. Because you never know what's gonna fucking happen. It's one thing if you're just out in public enjoying a stroll or whatever the fuck, and then these nerds from the Rockafire Mafia approach you, but when you're at work, that's completely fucking different. That's off limits. You're dragging a completely unrelated business into your internet bullshit because you're trying to cope and mauled over the fact that your friend who runs Goofy Gas got exposed for trying to get nudes off a 14-year-old girl. It's just so insane to me. But I don't want to go on and on about that because I feel like I've already talked that to death. It's so exhausting to deal with. Then there was also the Fazzy drama, which, holy shit. I don't know if I really talked much about it on YouTube, but anyone who was talking with me behind the scenes knew how fucking personal and how draining that drama was. GCan123, Snesquick, Maddie, obviously, because he's directly involved in the drama with me. The old voice actress we had for Mitzi in our Rockafire game, I doubt she wants me saying her name. They were really strong supports for me during that time, and I'm very appreciative of that. Once we finally got through that, when Fazzy and I put out that video just resolving the drama, agreeing to a proper fucking ceasefire, it genuinely felt like a massive weight was off my shoulders and my life could finally go back to normal. And for the most part, I honestly think it did. Maddie and I especially became a really strong couple out of it. It showed me that no matter how tense things get, no matter how much manipulation is going around behind the fucking scenes, we're gonna come back together and we're gonna resolve this shit. And at this point, I don't feel like anything else can knock us down. The entire time throughout, I shit you fucking not, I felt like I was so on edge. My shoulders were so tense. I was dealing with constant migraines. I could not focus on anything, which I've noticed I tend to get that way whenever I'm involved in some major fucking battle. Like Rockafire Godfather, when I was working on that, that's a 40-minute long documentary professionally edited by yours truly. That's all I could focus on for 2 weeks. I'd go to sit down and try and play like Saints Row or whatever the fuck to relax, but I didn't find any relaxation in that. I found relaxation by working, making progress, seeing how much I was getting done. Like when I'm that fucking tense, when there's a lot of pressure on me, I go full workaholic mode, and nothing can snap me out of it. I'm a very focused, resilient man. When I'm not in that mood though, I can be really fucking lazy, so that's one of my 2023 resolutions, to actually work harder at this channel. I even mentioned in my moving vlog that one of my goals for this year is to hit 100k subs, which I know I'm a long way from reaching that goal, but I have a lot of ideas to execute that plan and really get this brand out there. And I also wanted to take a moment to show appreciation for everyone in my community, on my Discord staff team, all of you loyal motherfuckers that have stuck around and supported me through all of the chaos, all the insanity, and especially through all the memes, the fun times. There are a lot of channels my size that struggle to even get 100 views a video. So the fact that I have this loyal audience that will tune in and watch almost like anything I put out, it's very touching, it's very humbling, and I'm 1000% grateful for it. When I first started out doing YouTube, I was responding and hearting everything. Nowadays, like, I'm not able to do that because I get so much, even on old videos. And there's only so much time in the day, but I do read a lot of it. And I definitely appreciate it. I try to heart every comment I see because, like, that's how I give back, you know. I acknowledge that you took the time out of your day to support the channel, to support this video, to give your feedback or your opinion, and I love that. I'm genuinely passionate about this community. There are so many YouTubers that will just refuse to look at the comment section entirely, which I don't blame them because it can be a cesspool to deal with at times. If you're a person with a fragile ego, someone with very thin skin, the comments will tear you alive. But me, I thrive off that shit. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm about to wrap it up here. I don't want to ramble on and on for too long. Have a glorious day, and a happy new year. From Dewmonic Abyss. Peace out.